We all got along, but I think just everybody else put us like that, you know. Thought we were really at each other, but we would have, you know, we'd have fought for each other, and we have before in little, you know, in the bar scene, and something would happen, and you know, whether you disagree in the ring or about how you work or something, it never carried over into the relationships. And like you say, those relationships, I cherish all of them, you know, Razor and X-Pac and Shawn and especially Taker and Yoko. You know, we used to stay at his house all the time. He was in Fatu. Just all these guys were great. You know, Stone Cold, we used to go cook out with him, and but everybody was close. There was that close knit between everybody. You know, everybody, brothers fight all the time, but they always make up usually. And that's how some of them were, you know. But yeah, it was very tight back then. Nothing like it is now. When I went back in '06 and '07 up there for a few months, it was pretty different then. Just in 8-9 years.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, I definitely want to get to that, but I want to stick with the BSK if we can for a minute. I know WWE did a great article on their website a few years back talking about the BSK because everyone talks about the Kliq, and they made a DVD about the Kliq, and we hear, you know, the Kliq hand signal, and WWE is still going after people on the independent scene for doing the, you know, the too sweet. But talk about the BSK, you know, and people have their theories as to what it means. I mean, we've heard Bone Street Krew, Bad Street Krew. What does the BSK stand for, and what is the BSK? Is it the Undertaker who was the leader of the BSK?
Yeah, him and Yoko started it together, then too, and then you know, then they picked who they wanted, you know, who would fit in to their mold the best, and. So right off the bat, it was me and Yoko and Savio and Taker and Fatu, and then Godfather come back, and Paul Bear was there all the time. And, you know, a year later, Tex come up, but it was Bone Street Krew. Krew spelled with the K, of course.
And I know you guys all have a little bit of that BSK. Some part of you. And I know you have to believe you have the BSK on your leg, correct?
Mine's on my leg, yeah. Yeah.
That's a pretty tight bond too. Everybody have the ink and the stories behind that. Like I said, WWE did a great article on it. But that camaraderie, you know, you guys are all in one locker room together and you're sharing a lot of time. But what was it about those guys that you guys just all hit it off right off the bat?
I don't know. You know, WCW was a lot of the older guys, the old scene. You know what I'm saying? And then when I got to WWF, it was like a breath of fresh air for me because I started learning more. I learned in WCW because I was around good people. You know, I was around Dusty and Dustin and even Steve back then, Stone Cold, you know, him and Pillman were doing the Hollywood Blondes down there. But when I got to WWF and Jeff Jarrett took, you know, I just flew up and started one week, and Jeff Jarrett, I rode with him for probably a year, and then him and Road Dogg was together all the time. And then I started me and Taker had a match on TV, and we come back after the match, and he put me over to Vince, and so that was my breakup there. You know, they started using me and stuff. Taker said, "Damn, we have to work again," but we never did. But we did that Survivor Series together. We did do that, but yeah, it was just. I don't know, the attitudes were different. It didn't seem like there was a lot of egos, you know, like everybody was trying to work together up there. And they were younger guys. So hope I'm not hurting anybody's feelings, but it's the way it was to me.